Yo, what is going on, guys? We have the off-road crew cab edition of the Mercedes-Benz Zetros, and we're going to test it out here in Truck Night in America, although it's not an American truck. I'm super excited for this. This is the, I guess what you call the generic version, and to me, that is a hint that this is going to come to console for you console players, which would be awesome, because I really think this is going to be a versatile truck. This is another truck that came out of Rangers Workshop. Amazing quality, amazing detail, everywhere's. But you know what to do, guys. Drop a like on the video, drop a sub on the channel, and we're going to jump into it. Time to customize this off-road crew cab edition of the Mercedes-Benz Zetros Z4266, and we're going to test it out in Truck Night in America. Although this is not an American truck. I love the tire options we have here. We're going to go ahead and put on the 3200s, which are soft. Advanced heavy winch. Spare wheel. Frame add-ons, we can add a fuel tank, we can add saddle low, saddle high, heavy crane, slide bed, or a cargo bed. Let's put the cargo bed on. Rear bumper, we got two options. Front bumper, none. Flasher grill light, big toolkit. Small toolkit. Default exhaust, Zetros rims. We're going to leave this white. Yeah. One thing I love about the actual Zetros in this generic version, the interior is perfect. It really is, in my opinion. And the sounds are really, I don't want to say unique. They are unique, but realistic. That's the word I'm looking for. And you can use this with a rollback body as a wrecker as well, or you could have a saddle on it, so you could actually haul different trailers with this, making it even more versatile. Now, one thing that I think I would personally use this truck for is carrying cargo with the sideboard bed. So that's why I went with the sideboard bed. Don't have any cargo, but that's okay. We're still plowing through just fine. Its long wheelbase can either work with you or work against you. There's kind of no in between there. But the actual fit and finish of this truck is just extraordinary to me. The diff lock on. There we go. We almost tipped, but we didn't. I love the crew cab look too. That is mighty nice, if I do say so myself. And it's going through this part, you know, better than expected for the length and width of this truck. I honestly expected it to get high center kind of right at the start. I did not expect it to make it this far through. pop it in a low plus and throw the diff lock on. Wiggle it just a little bit. See if we can't just get this through. And there we have it, guys. One thing I want to show you guys, the detail in these tires. These tires, they look ultra realistic. The tread pattern anyways. And everything about this truck actually looks ultra realistic. That is a absolute fact. I don't know what else could look more realistic than this. So and the mirrors work. Some mods mirrors don't work, guys. Not the Ranger mods. There we go. Absolutely love this truck. Wow. I haven't taken any damage yet. Now, when we get to the OG challenge, that's kind of what I'm worried about. Is what kind of issues we might run into in the OG challenge. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's our first damage, guys. But I do have it on high, so that could almost be expected. We're sinking pretty good. So we have in a low minus. Low we just end up digging, and actually anything other than a low we end up digging. As you can see now, we're kind of slowly pulling out of the rut in a sense. That's actually pretty good. But pop it back in a low so that when we get the traction up here, hopefully we'll be good. Not exactly digging here. You can tell it is a hard-fought battle for this truck in the mud, which is good. It just shows how realistic this generic Zetros crew cab really is. kind of swiped that tree a tiny bit. Dented the fender. I'm surprised we didn't knock out that headlight, but we only took 7 damage from it. When we transport this to the OG challenge, we'll get it repaired up for that test as well. So many rocks, not enough time. I'm actually surprised we didn't stall it there, being in high. And another 8 damage to the core engine. And it looks like we're getting close to the home stretch now. What kind of luck is that to fit perfectly in between the rocks? Wow. Alright, gonna have to winch. We just fit perfectly in between them, but in the capacity that it gets us stuck, I don't even know what to make out of that. Alright, we need to back up here. Winch a tiny bit because I think we're high center. Yep, we were. Should be good now. Now we might still be high center on that. Yep, we were. The last bit of the rock. So we're starting to dig a little bit on automatic. That's to be expected. And all it really has to do is downshift. It won't go through the mud in higher gears, but that's kind of to be expected. So downshift is not a problem. The one thing I wish this truck had right now is LED lights. It's the only thing I can think of that I wish it had that it doesn't have currently. We haven't stopped yet. We slowed down quite a bit, but that is some deep and wet mud. And we're coming to the end of the swamp. Alright guys, we've now successfully made it to the finish line on the swamp. Now we're going to haul this over to the OG challenge, and we'll catch you there, of course. Alright guys, we made it here to the OG challenge. We've got everything repaired. Truck looks brand new. Windshield's a little dirty. We didn't have a chance to wash it, but we are here. I'm excited to see how this handles in the OG challenge. So it's actually slowing down quite a bit in this mud where other trucks didn't really even feel it. Which I think just shows how balanced and realistic the generic Zetros is. You can see we almost end up high center, but we don't. Alright, we gotta pop it in with the diff lock and a low plus to get through this. Now you're not supposed to use the diff lock on hard surfaces. We almost have to. One thing I love about this part of the OG challenge is it does really give you the option to see how your truck is going to handle on all the different areas, basically. And having said that, I think that's crucial when you think about, you know, for this instance, I would use this sideboard bed to haul cargo. How likely am I to make it to my destination through these rocks and everything? One damage isn't too bad. I could live with that. Just have to wiggle it a little bit. Alright, we haven't had this much difficulty going through this. And it's just unfortunate that the bumper is what's blocking us. Alright, we made it up that section. Made it up that section. Did take a little damage, but that's okay. I think I can live with that. We also have the wrong rear bumper on, really, for this kind of a this part of the map, I guess is the best way to word that. And now we're high center. That is not good. There we go. I think we've got the traction we need now. Maybe not. It really just doesn't want to go over this hill. We just keep ending up high center no matter what angle we try to hit this on. There we go. Alright, we made it. So realistically, the only... Oh, we did it, guys. What I was so afraid of doing. Oh, man. Alright. We just gotta try to... Oh, no. Oh, no. Try to pull us. This is... Wow. 101. I should have paid more attention. What I was going to say, though, as we winch to the end of this, the only drawback I honestly see, and it's not to the model, it's just the actual truck itself, like it'd be the same issue in real life, is that it does hang up pretty easy because of its long wheelbase. I don't know the best way to counter that. I don't know if that's adding a little bit more suspension raise, or maybe it's adding some bigger tires. I'm not entirely sure what the solution is there, but I can't believe we had to drag our truck across this. If anyone's watching this to the end, I won't be upset if you put a thumbs down at this point. I really won't. I can't believe I did that. Look at the detail on the wood planks, though. That is pretty cool. Or the cement planks, whatever you want to call it. There we go. And to the final two tests. Here we go. So having the two rear axles really helps here, honestly. Just everything. We hit a little damage with the first one, but that was it. And we get to see the suspension bounce. It actually doesn't bounce that much, really, guys. And we've made it to the end. I'm going to give this a solid 15 out of 10. I'm going to tell you why. This generic Zetros is just a little bit more badass than the original one, and I think it has a lot of potential. Ranger, if you're watching this, I'd love to see one size up in tires. I'd also love to see a little bit of a raise. I don't know if that's possible, but those are my two things that I would love to see, me personally. Doesn't mean that anyone else would want to see them, and also doesn't mean that it needs to be done. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure you drop a like and a sub. We'll catch you soon.